In this free webinar, we are going to discuss how to become a freelance media buyer. Now, before that, okay, I want first to hear from you. Okay, I want first to hear from you. What do you do now? Ano yung ginagawa mo ngayon? Now, my guesses are, number one, you are an aspiring freelancer curious about media buying. Siguro corporate worker ka, nagtatrabaho, meron kang full-time job now, and then you're trying to figure out ano ba yung online freelancing, at ano ba yung media buying, kasi naririnig ko siya, yung mga media buyer daw nagkakaroon ng 6 figures a month. Wow. Okay, so that's one, which is, sabi niyo naman dun sa chat, yes, meron nga. And then meron ding, this is one of my guesses then, eager to elevate their freelance offerings with media buying expertise. In short, gustong mag-upskill. So meron dito nagsabi kanina, SMM, graphic designer, even software developer. I'm not even sure kung yung software developer na yun is freelance ba. Basta, kumaga upskill, to have another kind of skill that can be offered to the market. Okay? Next one is you're feeling stuck after previous courses or resources, you've kumbaga they fell short. Sinasabi mo sa sarili mo may kulang pa. Di ko pa rin alam. Ang dami ko ng courses na tinik, ang dami ko ng YouTube videos na pinanood, pati yung kay John Cornwell. Pero di ko pa rin ma-figure out paano ba to gawin. Tama ba? Sino nakaka-relate dun sa last one? Can you type 1? Okay. Okay, ang dami nakaka-relate dun sa last one, 'di ba? Ang daming courses, ang daming resources na ino-offer, pero ang daming ang free actually, 'di ba? I actually have free resources, a lot of them on YouTube, pero yung iba pa rin hindi pa rin ma-figure out paano ba 'to. Okay? That's great. Thank you so much for your participation. I appreciate it. Now, we want to discuss what are we up to here? Like, ano yung goal natin dito in this webinar? Number one, we want to know the overview of the media buying service. What is media buying ba talaga? Bakit ganun yung term? Bakit hindi na lang advertiser? Bakit hindi social media advertiser ganun? Okay? We're trying to, kumbaga, gusto natin i-define what's media buying. Of course, in simple terms. Ayaw natin dito na masyadong technical. Okay? Next is sharing of the never shared framework. Wow. So this framework, sabi ko nga, never shared. Ito yung sinabi ko din doon sa event page, because I've been using this certain framework. Inayos ko lang siya lately, pero na-realize ko na this has been a system that I've been applying for the past 3 years that I've been doing freelance media buying. And inayos ko, inorganize ko, and then I'm now sharing it with you. And this is gonna be the first time I'm sharing it with to the public. I never did this before. Ang dami nga, kaya nga ginawa ko na din to kasi ang dami sa inyong nagpi-PM sa akin. Kahit sa mga YouTube videos, comments, sa TikTok din, kailan ba magkakaroon ng program specifically or webinar specifically for media buyers, yung mga gusto. Kasi for the past, I've been focusing on business owners. Okay? Doon ako directly sa business owners. But right now, I'm here and we're going to talk more about this. I'm going to be sharing with you that particular framework. And then next, I'm going to share with you some tips, especially for those na starters. I know there are others na siguro expert na dito. Actually, may nag-register na expert, so medyo na-flatter ako. So I'll just be giving, I'm going to give you yung mga tips according to my experience, okay? Especially when I was starting. And pati na din yung mga best practices ko even up until now. And here, dun sa part ng best practices, I'm going to share with you 2 more income opportunities. Okay, by knowing how to run social media ads for businesses. Hindi lang yung pag-serve ng clients. There are 2 more income opportunities I have now. Kumbaga, sources of income ko din ngayon na mas naging sustainable yung monthly income or mas naging thriving. I'm able to live independently. At the age of 23, I started living by myself at the age of 20 during the pandemic. But up until now, I'm able to build sustainable businesses then at the side and also live independently. Okay, what is media buying? Okay, paumanhin sa penmanship. Pero basta naiintindihan nyo, gets na yon. Sasabihin ko din naman. So makinig din kayo. Listening, maraming senses yung natitrigger dito. So it's proven to be more effective. So I want you also to write down notes. So let's first define media buying for those who are new to this term. Media buying, again, simplihan lang natin. Baliktarin muna natin. Buying media. Okay? So buying media, what is media ba? There are different kinds of media. Okay? And specifically, we're talking here about social media. Okay? So basically, in social media, we have what we call placements. Okay? Social, SOCMED, placements. Ano ba yung mga placements? Can somebody share anong mga, grabe ng sulat mo, sir. Yeah, okay. Sana naiintindihan nyo. Yung mga yung mga genius daw, ang papangit daw ng sulat. Sige, appreciate nyo na lang. Okay. So ano ba yung mga SOCMED placements? Let's say for example, Facebook. Ano yung mga placements sa Facebook? Can someone comment? Ano yung mga placements sa Facebook? Stories. Okay, that's right. Stories. Ano pa? Marketplace, yes. Okay. Sorry Sorry yung pangit. Okay. Reels, yes, that's a new one. Okay, Reels. Okay, basta marami. Okay, you get it na. Okay, kung saan na-place yung content. Okay, so basically, media buying is all about buying ad placements. Okay, so when you buy ad placements, you're the one who set up the ads. So you're the one setting up the ads for a particular business or for a client in particular. Okay, now media buying as a service, again, media buying, the term media buying is very general. Bakit? Kasi merong media buyer for billboards, merong media buyer for TV ads, merong media buyer for radio ads. We are speaking specifically here about social media buying or Meta and TikTok ads media buying. That's what I call it. Okay, now kung ikaw ay magiging media buyer, the one doing the service, if you're going to be a media buyer, merong mga different setups. Okay? Yung i-emphasize natin dito is yung tinatawag na freelancing or freelance. Okay? In short. So, pwede kang maging freelance media buyer. Another one na setup mo dito is pwede kang i-hire ng what we call agency. Okay? You know some agencies? Di ba? Meron mga SMM agencies dyan. Tapos, iba-iba din naman yung setup ng agency. Merong agencies na nag-hire ng freelancer, ng freelance. Meron ding iba na nag-hire ng para kang empleyado na talaga. Parang full-time job mo talaga siya. Okay? So merong ganun. Merong agency na parang inaalaw ka lang to work on your own, flexible ka din, ganun. Tapos iba din naman yung pag-usapan naman natin yung yung sa bayad or yung sa charge, no? Iba din naman syempre. But later on we're going to delve more on that sa tips, no? Pero sa freelance kasi, of course, it's mas flexible. Minsan yung setup dito is you're paid for each client or for each account that you handle. Okay? Another one is kung employee ka naman, maybe you can handle as many as possible kasi consistent yung income mo, right? Consistent yung salary mo. Pero I would say if ako yung papapiliin, I would choose this. Okay? Although, I'll be honest with you, I've been trying to build this. Kung sino yung mga kilala na ako dati pa. I've been trying, I've failed a lot of times in building an ad agency, but right now somehow I'm trying to settling with the idea na I'm a one-person business sa freelancing. Because I just love yung flexibility, walang masyadong bureaucracy, and ako yung may control talaga. Kumbaga, I'm not hired as, minsan kasi nagbi-build tayo ng isang business pero para tayo nagiging empleyado. But with freelancing, I just like how this is structured. So sino ba ngayon, can I ask kung sino yung mga nandito sa Zoom? Ano yung mas prefer ninyo? To be a freelancer, freelance media buyer, or hired by the agency? Or kasi meron din namang full-time media buyer. Hinahire ka talaga ng company just to do the ads. You want freelance? Okay. Own agency, wow, that's great. Freelance. Okay. Sige, so you're in the right place. We're going to talk more about that freelancing. Ganyan yung context natin. Okay, now, since you've mentioned freelancing, I'm going to share with you the framework. Ito na yung framework na sinasabi ko. Ito yung framework na sinasabi ko na unknowingly ginagamit ko siya dati pa, but it was just recently that I have organized this as a thought. And I call this, sana maintindihan nyo talaga to. Freelancing. Wow, grabe, pinag-isipan talaga. Okay, sana hindi walay. Pero the reason for this is meron tayong root word na three, tapos nandyan yung lancing sa part ng freelancing. So bakit three? It's because here, it's a framework that explains the three main stages of freelance media buying. Or in general, pwede din actually siya ma-apply sa ibang service offering din. It could be media buying or as a social media manager. Actually, in general, freelancing. But here we're just going to be specific, no? Specifically for freelance media buyer. Okay. So, meron akong drawing or sinulat kanina para hindi tayo magtagal. So, ito yung mga stages na yon. Okay? We have stage 1. Stage 1 is more on looking for clients. Okay? Looking for clients. That's stage 1. Okay, syempre maghahanap ka ng kliyente. Diba? Next is, ano yung next? Closing clients. Syempre, nakahanap ka na ng potential client. Now, i-close mo na. Okay? Next is serving clients. Okay? So, take note of this. And in freelancing, kumbaga, there's another acronym that I'm using. It's called LCS. Kasi looking, closing, and then serving. It's very important for you to know this because this is going to be a system. Okay, this is a system. This is a framework. This is a process for you to have a sustainable freelance media buying career. Okay? Now, let's discuss one by one. In each one, meron siyang system inside. If this is a system, meron pa siyang subsystem inside. And again, I haven't shared this before, yung mismong system ko. Okay? Siguro merong glance doon sa TikTok dati. I think that was last year pa. Pero, ang daming hindi nakakita. Probably hindi nyo din to nakita. So, if you're looking for clients, we're basically talking about you, talking about you building awareness. Okay? Ano yung ibig sabihin ng awareness? You're making the public aware that, hey, I'm offering this service. So, you want to try this or you want to work together, you want to partner together, that's awareness. Here, you build awareness. Another way to put it is here, you reach out or baliktad lang natin. Merong outreach. Kumbaga, you're reaching out to potential clients. Okay? And here, somehow connected also with awareness, is here you create content. And what's the purpose of this? Is for you to attract potential clients. It's for you to educate potential clients. We're going to dig deeper later on. Meron siyang system talaga na sa kanya. I'll be sharing with you that later. Let's go with stage 2. Overview muna tayo ng each stages. In stage 2, we're trying to discover. Okay? So, meron na tayong potential client. Right now, we're trying to discover kung ano yung mga challenges ng client. Ano yung mga challenges ng business niya. We're trying to discover kung ano yung mga needs niya. Okay? And after doing that, somehow, pag naka-step forward na kayo, meron ng nangyayaring negotiation. Ay, ganito yung rate ko. Ay, ganito lang yung budget ko. Di ba? Merong ganong negotiation. Ganito lang katagal yung pwede kong i-work for you. Like, let's say, 4 hours lang per day. Or, kailangan ko ng full-time, 8 hours. Parang ganon. So, that's negotiation. Okay? Next is you close. Okay? Paano ba yung pag-close? Later on, I'm going to give you some tips on that. Next is, dito na din yung contract signing. And I want to emphasize this because I know nakakapagod yung paperworks. Pero it's a way for us to be secured also legally. So we need to have some kind of a contract. Okay? Although legally, kahit sinong abogado yung tanongin ninyo, even a verbal communication, kahit chat lang, it can be considered a contract already. Okay? Why? Basta yun na yun. Ayoko na mag-explain. Basta nasa civil code yan. Okay? Legally. Basta merong ano ba yun sinabi? Meeting of the minds. But, yung sinasabi kong contract dito is black and white, meaning written with signature. That's important for stage 2. Okay? Next stage is serving clients. S. So basically, here, you deliver the service. Ano yung prinamis mo? Okay, mag-launch ka ng ads, i-analyze mo siya every week. Later on, you're going to know ano yung proseso din sa pag-deliver ng service. And then here also, you're expected to deliver results. Okay? And kung ano yung klaseng results na yun, of course, dependent na yun dun sa client. Okay? Next is retention. It's very important for you. It's a challenge talaga to retain clients. Right? Okay. Now, again, this is a process, ha? But take note, this should be a cycle. Okay? Hindi natatapos sa hindi natatapos sa pag-deliver ng service, hindi natatapos sa pag-deliver ng results, yung freelance media buying career natin. Okay? What we want is a sustainable freelance business. And we can only do that if kahit may current clients tayo, meron pa rin tayong efforts to look for clients. Why? I'm sure yung mga currently doing freelancing makaka-relate. Walang forever na client. Sometimes, merong iba na kailangan sometimes may nagbe-breach pa ng contract, sometimes may ibang hindi talaga nakapagpatuloy. Right? Statistically, 70% to 80% of businesses close. And so that's why it's very important also for all of us to know kung ano yung mga syempre, ano yung extent ng resources ng isang particular na business. That's why one of the tips na, sige, i-insert ko na lang dito is, that's why you should be able to extract from the client kung magkano lang talaga yung budget nila for, let's say, for example, for ads. Kasi kahit pa, like, kung hindi yan clear, yung budget na yan nila, sasabihin yan lang nila, I am flexible. Without even knowing the number, you wouldn't know if, like, nasa ano na ba to, nasa malapit na bang mahulog sa bangin yung business. That's why you really need to know that. Okay? Okay, again, this is a cycle for you to have a sustainable. I want you to remember that term always. Okay? This is very important, no? Sustainability. Okay, naka-close ka ng client ngayon. Sabihin natin, grabe, umabot ka ng $2,000, $5,000 per month yung contract ninyo. Pero hindi mo naman siya ma-retain. Okay? Probably kasi baka, uncertainties. Okay? Recently, I've been reading a book by Paul Millard. This is a book recommendation. Take down note. It's titled Pathless Path. Okay? Paul Millard tried to differentiate yung default path tsaka uncertain, yung pathless path. Yung default path is a typical 8 to 5 corporate job. Pathless path is basically building your own. And it's natural. Naturally, it's very uncertain. Hindi mo mahuhulaan kung ano yung mangyayari in the future. It's not predictable. You can calculate some risks, no? But basically, you cannot specifically predict kung ano yung mangyayari. Kahit pa dyan, meron kayong 1-year contract. May posibleng mangyari na baka after 3 months or after 4 months, baka ayaw na client, ganun. That's why you need to embrace uncertainty here. And I'm being realistic because I don't want you to have false hopes. Okay? That's why sa ano pa lang, sa event details pa lang, kahit sa title, I'm not going to give you a title na how to be a freelance media buyer that will earn consistently 6 figures a month and will have 10 plus clients every month. I don't want you to have false hopes. The reality here is this path is uncertain, but the more uncertain the path is, the lesser traveled a path is, the more rewards you can reap at the end, or it's more worthwhile. Diba? Iba yung feeling na, damn, iba yung path na tinake ko, but right now I'm feeling so successful. Okay, so thank you for coming to my pep talk. Okay, let's continue. I just want to clear that out. We want a sustainable freelance business. Okay? Now, again, there are systems inside these stages. Medyo magulo to kasi yung dati ko pa talaga sinulat. Halatang nagmamadali ako while sinusulat ko to. Pero, again, multiple senses, wag lang yung screen yung titingnan, makinig din sa sasabihin ko so you can understand ano ba yung ibig sabihin sa sinulat ko. Okay? Kasi yung penmanship ko is pang doktor daw, sabi nila. So, welcome to the stage 1. Okay? Yung stage 1, we're basically going to talk here about 2 terms. No? Maraming terms, pero ito yung pinaka-main terms. Inbound and outbound. Okay? Now, if we're going to differentiate these two, inbound is to be found. Outbound is to find. Okay? Inbound is to attract. Outbound is to reach out. Or, meron pang another term dyan. For a lack of a better term, I would like to call it chasing. Hinahabol mo yung potential client. Okay, nagmamakaawa ka. Please, i-hire mo na ako. That's chasing. Okay? I hope you're trying to, ibahin natin yung color, no? Para ito. Gusto kong green, tapos gusto ko ito pula. Arte ko, di ba? Artsy kunwari. Okay. Next is, here sa inbound, it can also be, another term here is to create. Okay, dito. Kasi you're trying to attract it. So you're creating something of your own. Okay? Sa outbound naman, it's more of, you're not creating, basically. You're just reach out. Ulitin ko pa rin yung reach out. Okay? Next is, siguro another differentiator. Inbound is indirect. Outbound is direct. Okay? So, I hope you're getting the gist of it na. Inbound is you're trying to attract. Indirect siya. Kasi you're not specifically saying na, hey, I offer this service. Agad-agad, first glance, you're not doing that. Sa outbound, yun yung ginagawa mo. Hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Can you be my client? Parang ganun na yung usapan. Okay? So, inbound, outbound. Now, practically, ano ba yung mga kailangan nating gawin? Ano ba yung inbound at outbound pa? So basically, these are two ways for you to get clients or to look for clients. Okay? To get clients. Okay. So inbound, again, is for you to be found. Practically, yung pwede mong gawin dito is just like what I'm currently doing. I'm creating content on YouTube, free tutorials, free stuff. Sige, ilagay na natin yan. Give away free stuff. This is all about value. Free stuff, free stuff, free stuff. Okay? So, why this is important? It's because there, through, let's say, for example, I uploaded a free tutorial video on YouTube. And you know what? I can say I have unlimited leads. Kahit yung mga times na hindi ako nagke-create ng videos recently kasi na-busy ako with finishing college. Now, I can say na meron pa ring continuous flow of leads dahil dun sa mga videos na na-upload ko kahit dati pa, kahit last year pa. Okay? And I would say 70 to 80% of the clients that I had, sila yung merong first interaction with me. Hindi ako yung my first interaction with them. They knew me. I have attracted them through my content. Now, what's the advantage? The advantage is I get to say what I want. I can decide. I can control the conversation. Because basically, the client is asking me, hey, I need your service. I need your help. I can control the conversation. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. Outbound is not totally bad. Okay? Pag sinabing outbound, it's more of like DMs. Diba? Pag DM natin, nagpi-PM tayo, diba? Email. Merong another term dyan, yung cold email, diba? Cold email. Cold kasi hindi mo pa talaga, wala kayong past interaction. So it's a cold relationship. So it's cold email, cold DMs. And minsan, nagpo-post ka din sa mga Facebook groups. Right? Telling, hey, I'm offering this service. I'm looking for somebody na makakatulong sa akin magkaroon ng experience. So that's outbound marketing. Okay? Inbound, outbound marketing. That is also, ito, example to sa freelance media buying na career, kumbaga yung pagkuha ng clients. Pero this is applicable also to any business. Like merong inbound and outbound efforts for you to get leads, for you to get customers. Okay? Now, I want to ask you, which one do you think is better than the other? Or which one do you prefer? Or, siguro kung hindi man prefer, ano yung nag-work na sa'yo? Ang hirap mag-outbound since ang dami ng freelancer. That's a good point, Joshua. But any kind of market, you will always have competitors. You can, but somehow you can differentiate yourselves to your competitor. Okay, gusto ko naman mag-insert dun kay Joshua, no? Kasi ito yung common fear, ito din yung common challenge for some freelancers. Ay, ayoko na mag-offer ng media buying kasi ang dami na namang ang dami naman na nag-o-offer ng Facebook at ang dami kong kalaban, ang dami kong kaagaw sa posisyon. You know what? Siguro, find me a market na wala kang competitor. There will always be competitors. Siguro have that mindset. But it's on how you differentiate yourself to the others, on how you build your trust kaysa dun sa iba. That's how you can be differentiated from the others. I recommend reading Blue Ocean Strategy ba yun? Yeah. So read more about that. Blue Ocean Strategy. That's good. Inbound, you are in control. Prefer inbound. Mas maraming inbound Now, I want to ask you, where you prefer inbound, pero Were you creating content dati? Were you giving free value dati? That's a question. Okay. Pag starter siguro outbound muna. Makes sense, right? Well, if you want fast cash, then you can tiisin mo yung outbound. I did that also. Outbound din na pwede din ma-consider na outbound yung merong job posting and then nag-apply ka. Parang ano. So, I would like to consider that as an outbound din. Okay, thank you so much for your participation. Really appreciate it, no? So again, that's inbound and outbound. Now, my recommendation is this. Okay? We should not have a question whether which one is better, which one is not, which one is worse, which one is bad or what. You know what? We can do both. Right? You can do both. You can attract while you're trying to reach out to potential clients. Right? You can do both. More chances of winning if you do both. Right? Siguro hindi ko lang sasabihin na better siya, pero for me lang yung inbound kasi, it can work kahit hindi ako actively nag-work towards looking for clients. I mean, even I'm sleeping, anyone in the internet can just go to YouTube and search how to set up Facebook ads, how to make political ads on Facebook, and then they will see my video and then they can just email or DM on my Instagram. They can do that. They can do that while I am asleep. For outbound, somehow, a lot of effort sa outbound is kailangan ikaw mismo, like for example, magre-research ka about the company. Because hindi naman pwede na, eto wag niyong gawin to baka ito yung iniisip nyo. Gagawa kayo ng isang email, tapos send to CC nyo lahat, di ba? Send to a lot of company email. So wag ganun. Syempre sa outbound, inaayos din natin yung pag-reach out. We need to know more about the company, di ba? Para mabigyan sila talaga ng context, magandang context. Okay? Okay. Yun. Exactly. Sabi ng Joshua, pwede ka mag-join ng agency and then pwede ka rin maghanap ng direct client. That's right. If you're concerned about yung stability or security, then you can have an agency. It can be maybe you can have a part-time job na giving you consistent salary, and then you can also have direct clients. No one's stopping you naman. Okay? Now, let's proceed to the next stage. So mahaba to, pero sige, go. Sana mag-gets nyo. Okay, we're now at stage 2. Now, yung ano natin, yung assumption natin is that we have already, somebody booked a call. And that call is called discovery call. Are you familiar with this? Sino yung gumagawa ng discovery call dito? Can you type call? Are you doing discovery calls? Okay. Sabi ni Teresa, si Joshua. Okay. Okay. So, I would like to ask you, ano yung purpose ng discovery call for you? Kasi a lot of freelancers understand discovery call in a different way. Sa akin, it's also different. Address pain points to know what's the goal of the client, to diagnose the client's problem. Okay. To identify the challenges, diagnosing. Okay. I love that. Okay. So, most of you, it's more about knowing more about the client. Okay. Kasi meron akong iba na na-encounter dati. Sabi pa nga, meron din akong iba na narinig. Kahit sa YouTube, may mga kumakalat na ganito eh. Discovery calls daw are more about pitching your services to the client. Well, it's not about pitching. The discovery call is not supposed to be a pitch call. It's supposed to be you knowing more about the challenges, the needs of the clients. Okay? And here's the most important, no? Kailangan mong tandaan na yung discovery call, it's not for you to pitch your services. Kasi kung ganon yung nangyayari, like, it's like parang siguro, lalo na yung mga sanay sa corporate work, yung iba iniisip discovery call is an interview. It's like an interview for a job. No, it's not. Okay? So, pag sinabing discovery call, at kahit generally freelancing is third-party contracting. Okay, what do you mean by that? You are a third-party entity offering services. You are not an employee of your client. So the treatment should be like this. Okay, pantay kayo. So the mindset should be, hey, this client is trying to find a solution for a particular problem siguro sa sales niya. Kaya gusto niyang mag-learn more about ads. So I want to ask questions, ganun. So, for example, I'll give an example. Hindi tayo makakapag-sample dito ng talagang flow ng discovery call. Pero here are some of the questions that I asked during discovery call. What are the goals of the client? Or what's the reason for the call? So, dun siya. Actually, meron akong one question that will start the conversation during the call. And that is, tell me more about your business. That simple, open-ended question will reveal a lot. Minsan, umaabot na yan sa personal life ni client. Pero you need to control the discussion. Okay? So, the goal there is for you to diagnose. May nagsabi kanina diagnose. Diba? Diagnose the problem. You're not trying to help the client solve agad the problem. You're just trying to diagnose. Okay? And usually, pag sinabi nating diagnose, pag nasa mga doktor na yan, di ba? May mga syempre may mga consultation sa doktor. Minsan, meron na nga consultation fee yan eh. Pero mostly sa atin, you would love to offer it for free. And that's what I recommend you to do. Just offer it for free. Bakit? Kasi, even though you cannot close that client, you can still learn more about your target clientele in the future. Like, okay, ano ba yung mga common problems ng mga taong nakausap ko na? Ay, ganito pala. Okay. So, kailangan nila ng media buyer na marunong din mag-design. Ganun pala yun. So, let's talk more about that later. Pero yun, it's like a market research din. You know, talking directly to potential clients. So, that's discovery call. Okay? Now, after the discovery call, okay, ngayon, yung ultimate goal mo sa discovery call is, this is what I've got from Chris Do from the future. Chris Do is also a business coach of mine. At kahit dun sa yung mga free YouTube videos niya, ito yung sinasabi niya. And ito din yung pinaka ina-apply ko recently. Kahit dati pa yung naka-close ako ng mga several clients. In the discovery call, you're going to mababagsak ka ng price. Okay? So for example, kung you've figured out na, okay, we're fit to work with each other. Okay, now this is the price. This is the investment needed. Okay? Bakit ko naman i-mention yan? Kasi yung ultimate goal natin is to know kung afford ba niya yung solution na pinopropose natin. Kasi you need, kahit malayo pa dyan yung properly closing talaga, as much as possible, at the end of the discovery call, you should be able to close the client. Remember that. Paano yun? You can say, hey, for this kind for this type of service, my minimum charge for this is $2,000 per month. Does that work for you? Does that fit your budget? Pag sinabing, tapos shut up ka. Pag sinabi niyang, actually, no. Okay, automatic. Joke. Okay, so pag sinabi niya no, siyempre, you need to know more. Why? Diba? Pero sinabi niya, oh yes, that works for me. Okay, that's one. Okay? Nalo ka dun. Okay? So that's the ultimate goal. Pag we have two ways. Won or decline. Pag nanalo ka dun sa discovery call, you will proceed to the drafting of the proposal. Okay? You will make a proposal. Okay? Now, there are chances na hindi na kailangan ng proposal. Actually, I would love to have a client that will not anymore ask for a proposal. Okay? Pag na-close mo na yan, pwede ka actually mag-proceed without the proposal. Ano yung next? Pwede kang magsabi na, okay, I'll be sending you the draft contract on the email within the next 24 hours. Check it, review it, and then sign it. Diba? So, pwedeng ganun. But again, I would say this is optional. Bakit? Okay? Ilang beses na, sino ba yung nakaka-relate dito? Ilang beses na kahit ako. Yung naghirap ka sa proposal, pero kahit sinabi sa'yo sa discovery call na, okay, within the budget naman, pero naghirap ka sa proposal, and then after sending ng proposal, no-show na si client. Diba? No-show na si lead. So, bye-bye. Okay? So, ayaw natin yung mangyari sana. No? So, yun. Pag declined naman, automatically lost. Lost yung lead. Okay? So, pag lost, I would recommend you to do this. So, you create an email list for, ibig sabihin na ito ha, continued nurturing. I would like to highlight that. Continued nurturing and other offers. Okay, why is this important? You already built a relationship with that client. Huwag mo nang sayangin. Okay? You may not be able to close that client now, but maybe in the future, right? Maybe it's not yet the right time for you to work out. I have a client dati din na ganun yung nangyari. After 3 months, doon pa kami nag-fit to work with each other. Okay? So, how to do this? We cannot discuss this right now kasi ang haba-haba ng email marketing, no? Pero, kung hindi naman email marketing, you can learn more about that naman online. Pero kung hindi kayang email marketing, maybe you can just save the contact or continue connecting with that lead sa Facebook, sa Messenger, kung saan kayo nagkita, di ba? Yung goal natin dito is, kahit na hindi mo siya ma-close, you can be the top of the mind choice. Para kang, ano, di ba? Ang sarap pakinggan nung ano eh. Sasabihin, ikaw talaga yung pinapangarap ko na makapartner for this kind of project, diba? Top of the mind. Okay, that's the goal. Again, next, balik tayo dito. After proposal, after yung contract ma-sign, pag sinabing approve, dito pala, this is just draft contract, ha? So, i-attach mo siya dun sa proposal. That's what I'm doing. Pag approve na yung proposal, that's where you will send the invoice and the contract. Invoice, alam niyo naman yung invoice, di ba? Yung invoice, yun yung nandun yung, okay, ito yung kailangan mo ng bayaran. O, saan mo babayaran? So, that's invoice. Okay? Hindi siya resibo, iba yung resibo. Okay? Contract. Okay, now, kung hindi siya approve, posible kayong umabot sa, sana naiintindihan nyo to, negotiation. Okay? Posible siyang okay, can we hop on a call again? Okay. Tapos nag-usap na kayo. And then yun. That's posible pumunta kayo sa mag-usap ulit kayo. Tapos kung ma-approve after that call, okay, yun, invoice and contract ka na naman. So yan, nagigets nyo yung flow. Tapos, yan, i-zoom out natin konti para mag-gets. Okay, pag approve, balik ulit dun sa invoice and contract. Pag hindi naman, lost, tapos balik ulit dito. Again, don't forget, email list or continue connecting with that client. Huwag sasayangin yung mga lost lead. Okay? Next. Kapag nasend mo na yung invoice and contract, kunwari, nabayaran na niya, tapos na-sign na din yung contract. Now, you proceed with onboarding. Ang saya, onboarding na. Nakabayad na. Now, when it comes to the payment, I would recommend that you advise or you require at least 50% of the monthly charge. Pupunta tayo mamaya, mag-delve deeper. Hindi naman deeper, like touch lang on the charging, no? Kung magkano. Now, 50% at least. Bakit? Para sana, hindi masayang din na baka gawin mo lang yung task pero baka hindi ka lang bayaran. So it's very important to have that security also. Next is kung mag-stock. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng stock? Nasend mo lang sa email pero hindi na siya nagperma. I've encountered a lot of this din dati. Hindi siya nagperma, hindi niya pinansin yung email. Now you need to follow up. Okay? My process for this is I will follow up. Sa email ko about invoice and contract, I would say there, the next, siguro, please review and sign within the next 48 hours. So, pwede yun 2 days. Sa akin, yun na yun, 2 days. Pero pag more than 2 days na hindi napansin, I will follow up. Pag hindi pa rin siya I will automatically consider that as a loss. Pwede kami mag-call again, mag-usap ulit, pero yun, pag hindi talaga, lost ulit. Proceed ulit sa email list or continued connection. Pag okay naman na follow up, siguro napunta lang sa spam kasi invoice, di ba? May mga ganun na rules si Gmail. Posible, pwede na, paid and signed, tapos yun, proceed na ulit tayo sa onboarding. So, zoom out tayo konti. Ganito siya. Okay, sana nag-gets niyo yung sulat ko, okay? Di bali next time gagawa ako ng digital version nito. Okay. Now, let's go to stage 3. Okay, stage 3. Balik muna tayo sa onboarding, ha? So, stage 3 again is service delivery. Okay? Now, dito sa onboarding, tandaan nyo to, APA. Okay, ano ba yung APA? You need to have access. You need to know the personality. We're talking about the brand here. And you also need to have the assets. So ano ba yung access? Access is, syempre, access dun sa Facebook page, access dun sa ad account. Yung mga specificities nito, meron tayong tutorial sa YouTube. Okay, about that. Okay, access. Yun yung access. Next is personality. You need to know yung personality ng brand, ng business niya. Ano ba yung mga colors na kailangan gamitin, yung mga logos, yung kung merong brand kit, mas maganda. Okay, you need to know that. Okay, kasi para ma-align mo yung ads doon sa branding ng business. Okay, next is yung assets. Ano yung mga assets? Papasok na din dito ulit yung logo, di ba? Yung mga visual to na personality. Yung dito na personality, it's more of like yung language, yung tone, di ba? Ng brand niya. Okay, tandaan niyo yan, APA, ha? Access, personality, assets. Okay, una, onboarding. Mas pangit yung ko dito, penmanship, sorry na. Okay, next. After onboarding, we'll proceed to planning. This is planning, ha? Planning and creation. So, planning and creation, this is more of yung main output mo dito is, i-read ko na lang. Okay, main output mo dito is a document called ad strategy. So, an ad strategy is basically kung ano yung gagawin mo during the service delivery, 'di ba? Like specific na to, okay? Hindi to katulad ng proposal. Yung proposal more on like service level lang kung ano yung talaga yung specific na yung mga gagawin mo generally. But here, ad strategy, susulat mo na. Okay, ito yung mga inspirational ads na pwede nating gayahin, pwede nating i-pattern yung mga ads natin dito, ganun yon. Next is kumbaga yung planning and creation, usually this is for me, ha, pero for you, you can extend this, depende sa iyo. But sa akin, nag-aalat ako ng 3 days for me to do this. And doon sa creation naman, syempre kasi may ad strategy, magpapakita ako ng mga sample ad creatives. Okay? Magpapakita ako ng mga sample ad creatives kay client. Tapos magre-research ako ng audiences na pwede ko nang i-target. Okay? That's it. So, imagine niyo to. Parang ako gumagawa ako ng set list of audiences. Let's say for example, si client nagbebenta ng mga gadgets. So, ano yung mga yung audience set list na ita-target ko, iti-test ko pag-target sa Facebook ads or sa TikTok ads? Probably, isusulat ko yung mga interests, okay? Tapos isusulat ko kung yung estimated audience. Let's say for example, yung nagbibenta siya ng gadgets, Samsung, tapos Pilipinas, ano yung edad? So based na yan doon sa personality or targeting nila. Tapos kung ilang milyon yung audience size na yon. So gagawa ako ng ganun sa ad strategy. Okay? So that's ad strategy. Next is, pag nagawa mo na yung ad strategy, Mag-meet kayo ni client. Okay? This is live meeting, hindi chat. I would recommend you to do that because there you can explain well kung ano yung strategy na pinaplan mo. Okay? Client meeting and approval. Usually this takes for me 2 days. Okay? So next is pag-approve na kay client, implementation na. Or yung gagawin na dito is yung campaign setup. Okay? So i-set up mo na yung campaign doon sa ads manager. Again, we're not going to discuss that here kasi specific na siya doon sa you can watch on YouTube, no? Dito again yung mga systems yung i-discuss natin dito. Next, pag na-implement mo na yung plan, you need to do analysis. Okay? And you need to allow ads to run for at least dati to 7 days, pero ngayon kahit 3 days okay na sa akin. 3 to 7 days. Na hindi mo siya talaga gagalawin, and then you're going to extract the data, tapos you're going to figure out if naging effective ba siya or hindi. That's analysis. Okay? Now, while waiting for 3 to 7 days, di ba? Siyempre, wala kang ginagawa niyan. Yung iba, sinasabi dyan na, okay, I can just, makaka-rest na ako, more. Yung mga kailangan trabahuin, nagawa ko na. Well, for you to have better results talaga to your client, I would recommend you to research more. Yung 7 days na yan, you can use that time to make more creatives. Research more about the audience. You know, that is a very, very long time that you can allot, no? So, you make more creatives to test. Para kung meron ka mag-figure out na, hindi ito nag-work, papalitan natin. So, meron ka ng extra creatives. Yung sinasabi natin creatives, yung photo, video na ginagamit dun sa ads. Okay? Next is optimization. Basically, inuulit-ulit ko to. Optimization is more on kill what's not working and then continue what's working. Kill or continue. Right? Okay. Okay. So, specifically dito, ako, yung proseso ko ganito. Okay, I'm sharing this with you na. Grabe, no? Ini-spill ko na talaga yung tea. Okay, I'm doing analysis and optimization every Monday. And I do it weekly because para magawa ko din yung report every 7 days. Right now, I would be honest with you, iba-iba na siya per client. Meron akong client na 14 days na after, no? Yung reporting. Merong ganun. So, depende na yun sa'yo. Pwede 7 or 14 days. Kasi kung 14 or 15 days, 2 beses ka lang mag-generate ng performance report. That is ad performance report. Yun yung ano mo dito. Yun yung output mo dito, ad performance report. And then, after ng isang month, I would recommend you to do what we call monthly analysis. At least 1 day per month. Yung sinulat ko dito, last day of the month, pero ngayon bago na yung ginagawa ko. Ginagawa ko na is first week of the month para ma-assess namin yung buong last month. Okay? And there are a lot of, yung napansin ko mas nare-retain ko yung mga client na nakakausap ko talaga at least every month, once. Hindi yung mga chat-chat lang. Diba? So, basically, that's stage 3. Tapos ano lang yan? Again, this is a cycle. Okay? Pagkatapos ng monthly analysis, balik ka. Kasi baka may mga na-realize kayo na, hindi ito nag-work. So, plan ka ulit, create ka ulit, and then meeting ulit, implement, analyze, optimize. That's the process. Masaya ba kayo? Alam niyo na yung process ko. Masaya ba? Happy? Can you type happy? Ito overtime tayo konti. Happy. Happy. Ang special ng 79 people na to. Merong iba na lumalabas-labas. Special nyo Okay. Tapos na tayo dun sa freelancing. Okay? So proceed na tayo with some of my tips for starters. Tapos yung mga best practices. Gusto nyo bang malaman yung mga best practices. Tsaka yung tips. Can you type tips? Yes, let's go. Okay, sige. So, hanap tayo ng bakanteng lote dito sa... Okay. Zoom tayo ng konti. Okay, there. Bakit? Okay, sige. Okay, ito. Ito na. Now, here are some tips for starters. Number 1. Okay, ito yung mga common challenges or common questions. Paano kung wala akong experience? Relate? Relate? Paano kung wala akong experience? Paano ako makakapagsimula? Tama? Now, here are some practical tips that I will give you. Okay? And I will give you a here's also truth. Ito yung fact, okay? Walang nagsimulang may experience na agad-agad na may like ang dami. Okay? Some of us, most of us actually, we all started as beginners. Okay? And minsan din, on the other side of the coin, you would not realize that you actually have the experience, pero hindi lang katulad ng experience ng iba. Diba? Pag sinabi mo, ay, wala talaga akong experience sa media buying. Okay, na-try mo na bang mag-post sa page? That's somehow experience. Okay? I'll tell you this example. You know what? When I first had my client and built my own resume, during the pandemic to, virtual assistant. I started as a virtual assistant ng isang startup company in the US. I started $3 per hour. And I was a student. Okay? Second year ba? Oh, second year. Yes. Second year student. You know what I did? Yung laman ng resume ko is puro yung ginagawa ko sa org. Well, nagpo-post ako sa page dati ng org. Ginawa kong experience. Sometimes there are some experiences na hindi natin nare-realize na can be counted. Okay? So, yun yung experience. Okay, here are some answers to that common question. Okay? Pag you think you don't have experience, number 1, although this is cliche, gusto ko lang i-emphasize, you can offer free service. Okay? Kasi gusto mo magkaroon ng ng experience eh. You can offer free service. Kanino? Hindi ko alam. John, hindi ko alam. Here it is. Pwede kang maghanap ng kaibigan na merong negosyo, friend, or family. Okay? For you to just have the experience. Yung experience na tinutukoy natin dito is yung pag-setup ng ads, talagang nag-i-spend talaga for ads, minamanage mo siya, yung spending. Okay? Next, kung hindi man sa friend or sa family, pwedeng sa stranger. By posting in sa mga Facebook group. Kaya ipa-plug ko na lang din, kung hindi kayo part ng Ad Society, be part of Ad Society, search that on Facebook. Sino yung mga associates dito? Can you type me? Okay? Yan. Yung mga part ng Facebook group, bakit? Kasi, alam nyo, medyo choosy ako sa mga ina-approve ko na post. Pero pag may nakikita akong freelancer na gustong mag-start ng media buying, tapos sinasabi niya na mag-o-offer siya ng free, looking for a client, ina-approve ko agad yan. Okay? So that could be your outbound. Okay? Sige. So that's it. That's number 1 answer, ha? Number 2, I have a lot of answers for you. Huwag niyong sayangin to. Okay. Next is, I learned this from LJ Joseph. You know him. We once had a webinar collaboration with him. And then yung ginawa niya is ito. Spend for your own ads. Nag-run siya ng ads sa personal brand page niya. For example, sa akin, meron akong page na John Cornwell. I can run ads on that page. Ano yung pwede mong i-run na ads? You can, it's either your personal brand or maybe meron kang business idea na dati pa gusto mong benta ng ganito, pwede mo siyang practicean. Mag-run ka ng ads. You need to, although yung disadvantage here is you need to spend. Okay? Next, you need to You can also promote your service. Para siyang outbound. Pero in the form of ads. Di ba? Promote your service. Baka meron kang tinabing ano dyan, kahit 3,000 pesos, gastusin mo sa ads for 6 days, 500 pesos. Okay? Now, siguro may hesitation. Bakit ba sinasabi niyo na gumasto? Meron bang free option? Okay. Now, here's the thing. Note, you don't have to be profitable. At this stage, you don't have to profitable. Okay? You don't have to win. You don't have to have like a very nice portfolio agad na, hey, I spent 3,000 and then I got this amount. Although, if you will be profitable, that could be a plus. Diba? Plus siya. Could be a plus na, oh, grabe, nag-spend ako nito, merong balik na ganito. Pero siguro yung main na na suggestion ko here is wag kang magsinungaling. Okay? And here's the thing, kahit hindi ka profitable, basta ito yung gawin mo, you document what you did. You document what you did and you upload it. You upload it as a content. That's already a content. You make a video, you record yourself, you use Loom. Loom is just free, up to 25 videos, right? Loom. Loom. Okay, Loom. Search nyo yan. Okay? Not sponsored. Or anything na pwede nyo i-record sa screen niyo. And then you record what you did. You explain. Face the camera. Kung ayaw ng camera, okay, turn off yung camera, audio. Pasanayan nyo yung sarili nyo na you're talking to camera. That's very important. Okay? You talk there. Okay, here's an idea and I want to test an ad. So, here's how I did it. Blah, blah, blah. Share. Gawin nyo na. Tapos, upload nyo. And then, siguro, baka pwede ka pa maka-attract ng following kasi parang nagiging part ng project or yung ginagawa mo, yung audience mo, di ba? That's nice. You document what you did. And yung pag-document mo na yun, that could be what we call your living portfolio. That's already part of your portfolio. Sino yung mga may problem dito ng portfolio? Di ba? That's a common problem. Wala pa akong portfolio eh. Baka hindi ako makaklose ng client. Diba? Yung iniisip ng iba. Okay. Sige. Sino nakaka-relate ng problem ng portfolio? Kanya tayo portfolio. Test lang hindi pa tayo tapos. Okay. Portfolio. Okay, that's great. May mga nakaka-relate talaga. Next, another common question. Another common question. How much to charge? Magkano dapat singilin? Okay, magkano dapat singilin? Ang dami na nag-PM na to sa akin. Please, wag mo po kayo mag-PM. Mag-post na lang dun kayo sa sa Facebook group. Dami na nag-PM. Pero okay lang, okay lang. I cannot promise na I can reply all of you. To all of you. Okay, how much to charge? Here are some of the answers. Number 1, are you currently working? If you are, maybe you can try at least 50% of your salary. Again, these are very practical. Wala nang dito, it depends. Sinasabi ko lang sa iyo yung mga actionable steps talaga. You can try 50% of your salary. Bakit 50%? Kasi pwede kang mag-take siguro ng 2 clients. And then you can see, grabe, 2 clients, save na yung kumbaga, sweldo ko na siya, di ba? Tapos considering flexible pa, di ba? Hindi katulad if you are you have 9 to 5, yung 8-hour shifts talaga, di ba? Very stagnant. Okay? Now, I want you to understand this, okay? There is, gusto ko ilagay dito, emphasize ko dito Tandaan niyo to. There is no standard price for creative services. Agree? Do you agree? Hindi po to katulad ng magbebenta kayo ng kung ano-anong gamit and then meron tayong SRP. Wala pong SRP. Pag creative services, there's no standard price. So, don't worry. Okay. Number 2, if you're not working, siguro if you live independently, how much is your living expenses? Try to figure out how much is your living expenses. And then charge 50% of that. And then have 2 clients for you to be able to live independently. Right? I'm not sure if all of you will agree. Okay? Number 3. If whether you're working or not, here's my topmost suggestion. Just drop a Sana nagigets niyo. Ano yung sinulat ko dito? Nakalive kasi tayo sa TikTok. Baka maano tayo. Just drop a price. Okay? Just drop a price. What I mean is, just say a price. Just say your price. Naisip mo, gusto ko mag-charge ng 20,000. Okay, charge mo 20,000. Again, there's no standard pricing here. Okay? And then, here's another thing. You need to also know your minimum level of engagement. Ibig sabihin nito is, how much is yung minimum charge mo? Okay? Kada client. Okay? Kada client, how much is your minimum charge? Pwede ka mag-set niyan. For example, in my case, for each, my minimum level of engagement right now is at 50,000 pesos. I will not engage with a client kung hindi kami umabot ng $1,000 a month. And wag mo munang isipin na ganoon talaga agad dapat sa'yo. You can start with 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. It depends. Okay? Next, what do I need? Another challenge. What do I need? Another question na naman, no? Pwede bang cellphone? CP? Pwede bang CP lang? Yung mga text lang, chat, answer ng survey, hindi po to ganon. CP lang, no. You need a laptop. Okay? You need a laptop. At least a laptop. Or maybe a computer. Okay? Or a Mac. Okay. Now, general lang na recommendations. For Windows, for me lang to baka gumagana sa'yo na kahit lower down. Pero sa akin, ganito sana yung ano ko. I started with an i3 core. Tapos, in-upgrade ko siya. Although, in-upgrade ko siya to 16 gig, pero okay na din sa akin for as a media buyer, yung 8 gig na RAM. Okay? 8 gig RAM. Sana ma-upgrade mo din to SSD. Sorry, medyo technical tayo dito. Okay? Upgrade to SSD. Hindi yung hard drive. Para faster. Kasi mabigat po yung ads manager na website, mabigat po siya. Okay. Next is for MacBook naman, what I recommend sana if you can already afford M1, it's very like this one, my M1, 2 years na to, pero grabe ang tibay at ang bilis niya. Okay? So if you can afford that, siguro ngayon nasa ano to. Hindi ako nabibenta nito pero nasa mga 50K siguro or maybe lower than that. You can start with a base model. Ako base model lang to, I haven't upgraded pa. Okay? So pero kung hindi naman, you can have the Windows. Okay? Okay, let's go to the best practices. Stay lang muna kayo Andito pa ba kayo? I'm here. Can you type I'm here? Sana you're appreciating what I'm doing here. Nakikita ko may mga nagli-leave na Sorry kung nag-extend tayo. Okay? Sana po naiintindihan niyo ako. Okay. We needed this. Ayoko naman na bitinin kayo with what I said na gagawin natin. Okay. Next, we're going to discuss. Super okay. That's great. We're going to discuss my best practices. I'm excited for this also. This is going to be the first time I'm sharing this. So make sure, ulitan nyo to, okay? Take note. Disclaimer lang, some of my best practices may not work well for you. Again, that's why sinabi ko tong best practices kasi best practices sa akin. You can try this on your own. You can test this, but it's not a guarantee. Okay? Number 1 is learn designing ads. Good thing may mga graphic designers tayo dito, di ba? Graphic designing. Bakit? Kasi more dollars, more money. Why? Merong ibang media buyers na hanggang set up lang. Set up, analyze, optimize, ganun. Hindi ikaw yung nagagawa ng ads. For me, it's also very important na magaling ka or hindi magaling. Alam mag-design ng ads. Kahit ugly ads. It's working right now. Kasi you have control. That's called creative control. You have creative control. Ano yung strategy mo? I-align mo kung ano yung design ng ads mo. Diba? More dollars, more money. Okay? Because you can charge more. You're designing the ads. You're allowing your client to save a lot of money by not anymore hiring a graphic designer. Pwedeng ganun. Right? Next. Yung tools dito kasi tinanong din kanina dun sa Ad Society, sabi it's a common question din. Tools. You can use Canva. There's free. Pero invest din kayo ng Pro. Pro is very, very good. Sulit. Okay? You can have a friend and then share kayo. Diba? Up to 5 users. Pwede yun. Canva or CapCut for video. Although Canva pwede din video, pero masyadong, pag mahina internet mo, mahirap maka-edit ng video ads eh. So CapCut pwede. Kahit sa phone, pwede ka pa mag-edit. Ngayon, naka-pro na din ako sa CapCut because I really like it. Like, I use it for my YouTube videos. Okay. CapCut for videos. Okay. That's one of my best practices. Number 2. Okay, sana andyan pa kayo. This is related to stage 1. Build an audience online. And the purpose for this is for you to have social proof. You know what? A lot of the clients that I'm talking with, no, yung mga potential clients, sinasabi nila, they discovered me on TikTok and they have somehow trusted me that I am an expert because of the number of following I have. Pero again, that should not bother you. As long as you deliver value, kahit konti pa lang subscribers mo sa YouTube, pwede na yun. Build an audience online. Inbound. This is inbound. And again, why? Because you can have only leads, even if when you are sleeping. Okay? Number 3. Okay? Don't think, okay, gawin ko na lang tong ganito. Okay? I do not mean that you should not work for an agency. I mean, don't think that you need to be an agency for you to scale your freelance media buying career. I myself has been in this pitfall for a while. I've been attempting to build an agency, but I fail. Dami kong realization. I shared some of that on TikTok. But here, no, I just want to emphasize kasi parang nagiging common track siya na okay, pag freelancer ka ngayon, gawa ka ng agency, parang required siya na you can still work as a freelancer for a long term and not build an agency of your own. There are ways for you to scale as a one-person business. I recommend you watch Danco. One-person business. Grabe yung mga content niya. Sino ba yung subscriber ni Danco dito? Grabe. One-person business. Learn more about that. Yes, heavy content. The reason for this, I love the idea of one-person business is we reduce the cost. Right? We reduce cost and thus we have more money, more dollars. Right? Next. Related still dun sa sinabi ko kanina, sa tips. Build your own guinea pig. Build your own guinea pig. Okay? So ano ba yung guinea pig? Yung iti-test mo for experience. Because again, this can be your living portfolio. Okay? Next. Oh, i-explain ko muna yung living portfolio. For example, in my case, I have a business. Aside from doing media buying for clients, I also have a business. I have a social enterprise. That's why I call myself a social entrepreneur. I have a social enterprise on mental health. It's called Bakas Apparel. It is my living portfolio. The business is alive and kicking because of what I'm doing. I'm the CEO. I'm also the founder. So I'm basically applying everything that I've done. The reason why I built that, aside from the social reason, the reason why I built that business, because it's because nakita ko na I am producing quality results for clients. What if I apply this on my own business? Okay, and that is related to my fifth best practice, which is expand your income sources. Okay, so one, we have media buying as a freelancer, di ba? Okay, as a freelancer. Next is, aside from that, you can also be a coach. You can mentor other people. Now, you would say, ang dami na nag-coach. But ikaw nga, nag-coach ka na din eh. But I still recommend this path because ang daming coaches. Pero nung pumasok ako, there are still other people who would love to be coached by me because of how I simplify things. Sinasabi nila na pinapasimple ko daw yung mga complex na explanations or parang yung mga ganun, yung may mga unique traits ka as someone who's creating the content or as someone who's teaching na mas preferred ng iba. You will never, hindi ka mauubusan ng audience, ng potential students, ng mentees. Okay, for example, in my case, for the past months and actually years, I've been coaching business owners. Doon ako nag-focus most of the time. Okay, coaching business owners how to build a 7-figure brand on Facebook and on TikTok. And I've shared some of the case studies on my TikTok also. So that's what I'm doing. I'm also coaching. That's an income opportunity. So hindi kasi lahat, okay, ng businesses is gusto mag-hire ng someone that will do the media buying for them. There are also other business owners that want to know how to do it so that they can do it by themselves. And that is actually more valuable than you doing it. Why do I say that? It's because that is a skill na forever na nila, like posible hindi na nila makalimutan. And they can also teach it to others, right? So that is, you can be a coach. You always have a unique approach within you, so you can also, teach that to others. And actually, kahit ako pa yung tanongin niyo, I would love you. Kayo na nandito ngayon. Whatever you learned here, you teach to others. I will not force you to not do that. Like, hindi ko kayo pipigilan. You go to TikTok, you go to YouTube, you share what you've learned here. Okay? Huwag kayong mag-gatekeep. Share that. Because also, there's another thing. There's an advantage here. You learn better and faster when you teach it. You learn better and faster. That's already proven by science. Okay? Another income source is, of course, for you to have your own business. Although the freelancing can be considered a business already, you can have your own business. Like maybe you want e-com. Maybe gusto mo mag-try out ng real estate, right? So that could be like your knowledge of media buying that can be applied for your future business ideas. Okay? Wow! Woo! Sino yung maraming natutunan? Marami ba? I hope sana natulungan ko kayo ng kahit konti lang. Okay, great. Now, there are more challenges. Okay? There are more challenges. Ano ba yung mga challenges na to? Ano ba yan? Bakit problema na naman? Thank you for those that are commenting. More challenges. Ano yung mga more challenges na to? One is the scattered resources. Nagkakalat yung mga resources online. Ang dami. Nasa information age na tayo. Pero yun, I mean, it's all information are almost free. Like, if you want to learn a particular skill, you can just go online. Go to YouTube, learn things. Like, you know, heck, you can learn a lot of things. Like, you can learn everything. But the problem is they're scattered. And iba-iba yung mga resources. Diba? There's no consistency in all of these. Next, walang live coaching. Ang hirap matuto ng nasa mga pre-recorded lang, nasa YouTube. Wala. Gusto kong magtanong pero hindi nagre-reply sa comment. Sorry, ako yun. Minsan, hindi ako nagre-reply sa comment. Sa dami din comments. Okay? No live coaching. That's another problem. Right? Next, you know how. Alam mo na paano. Nanood ka na ng 1 hour, 2 hour video, tutorial video ko sa YouTube. Pero you don't have no systems. Wala kang systems, wala kang script, or wala kang template. 'Di ba? Wala kang ganun. So hindi mo na i-streamline. That's the word. Streamline. Sorry, wrong spelling. Hindi mo na i-streamline yung operations mo. Another challenge. You're looking for more consistent income kasi hindi always nandyan si client. Pwede kang iwan. Walang forever. You're looking for more consistent income. Then another challenge, you're stuck with previous courses. You're stuck with them. Yung mga previous courses na sinalihan mo, you're stuck. Kahit nag-invest ka ng napakalaking pera, pero wala ka din namang na-apply. Wala kang confidence. That's another challenge. Diba? Wala kang confidence and wala kang portfolio. Okay? Now, these are the common challenges. Nakaka-relate ba lahat? Sino nakaka-relate? Ano type? Relate. Relate. Diba? Relate. Okay, that's great. Okay? Relate. Now, ang daming nag-request, no, for a very, very long time. I haven't done something like this. Specific to media buyers talaga. And my audience, you have been asking for months, when will I have a program specific for media buyers? Now, you can go to johncorner.com. Alam mo naman yung website ko. And I built something special for you. It's called Media Buyer Academy. You go to johncornell.com/Media Buyer Academy. Okay? Again, I haven't done this before. Well, dati nag-try ako ng mga small group coaching. But right now, since parang and I also graduated from college, medyo konti na yung mga kailangan kong gawin sa buhay. So right now, I can somehow give some time to train future media buyers. And this is going to be game-changing. This is a service that's going to be game-changing for the online business boom. So, here it is. No, you can learn more about that there, no? Pero here it is. Okay. Now, at a glance, ano ba yung nasa loob nito? Okay, doon muna tayo sa ano yung may expect mo after finishing this. You will gain confidence to start offering media buying as a freelance service. You can have a starter portfolio that can qualify you for common job postings. You can build your own portfolio while going through the program. Then you can also implement systems that can build sustainable sources. Learn more about there, johncornell.com. We'll be sending it here. johncornell.com/Media Buyer Academy. Okay. What makes this different? These are the ito yung mga nasa loob ng program, okay? But here's a reminder. This program is going to start by September 2, 2023 pa. This is the official start. And this is the first time I'm announcing this. I haven't announced this anywhere else. If you're enrolling before this date, right, just like right now, you cannot see any content there pa. But here are the expectations. Ano yung expectations? You will have 1 year access. Dive into lessons and live session recordings. So, meron ding ready-to-use resources. Ito yung pinaka hinahanap-hanap ng mga associates dun sa group. Templates, scripts na pwede nyo magamit. You can test out, try, and apply on your own. Next is interactive Q&A. Group live Q&A sessions twice a month. Ensuring that yung mga tanong mo is masasagot siya promptly. And the next is community at your fingertips. Meron tayong, it's gonna be a separate community than the Ad Society na free community. It's gonna be a separate community, dedicated community support group. Okay? And then, my recognition and opportunities then, because if you're going to complete the program, you will be part of the recommended list of media buyers that I'm going to showcase in the Ad Society. It's a vibrant community of 10,000 plus, almost 10,000 business owners and freelancers. So tapos meron ding mga exclusive perks. Yung recognition na yon, parang isipin mo may list, tapos ito yung mga pwedeng i-trust ng mga business owners there. Parang ganun na idea. Okay? So ito yung nasa loob niya. I will not going to go through this anymore. So how much is this? Okay? The price might prompt contemplation, no? So ito siya, sa lahat na yon, it can be a total value of 26,490, but this time, introductory price by September 2, 2023, I'm going to offer it at 7,990 pesos. Okay? So that's like lesser than posible yung makuha kung makakuha ng isang client. But okay? But here's the thing. I'm pre-selling for 50 slots only. 50% off. And the reason for this is I want to build this with you. Okay? I want to build this with you. The pre-selling price is 3,990 pesos only. And you can reserve your slot right now. And up to 50 slots lang yung 50% off na yan. Okay? Now, if you're going to avail that again, it will be available yung mga lessons by September 2 pa, 2023. But you're going to avail the pre-selling price if you're going to do that right now. So you can see here, this is going to be the first time I'm going to do this, but makikita nyo dito yung some of the testimonials or sinasabi ng ibang tao about how I do teaching. No? So, that's it. Again, if you want to get a chance to join that that pre-selling price, yung program na yan, I haven't done this before, but this time I'm trying to help more and more people. Kasi I realized, no, if I will just focus on business owners, like I can help more business owners if I will help more people to become media buyers, right? So that's it. Again, you can go to johncornell.com/media buyer academy. Now, I want to ask you, ano ba din yung mga questions ninyo? Okay, para mag-usap muna tayo ng mabilisan. Kahit mga 10 minutes Q&A. You can now ask questions.